Hello, I am Majid 2006. Welcome to the channel What We Are Why. Let's be honest. Every single one of us has the tendency to get a little immature at times. There might be point of view that you just aren't willing to give up, or an argument that you just can't bear to lose, so you take it back to the schoolyard and throw a tantrum. While this behavior passes really quickly in some cases simply because you and your partner are mature adults and can see the errors of your ways, there are occasions when this kind of behavior can become too much to take and could spark the end of a relationship. 1. Text arguments. Having a fight via text message rather than person to person is a classic immature move. If you don't respect one another enough to hash out your grievances in person, then it could be a sign that you aren't mature enough as a couple to make this relationship work. Texting might be the easy solution, but there isn't enough nuance on a phone screen to be able to get important points across, and a lot can be lost in the process. Fighting online is one of the most immature behaviors that can wreck a relationship. 2. Breaking promises. Are one or both of you constantly canceling plans made well in advance, and breaking small promises that lead up to a big problem? This is not a good way to operate a mature relationship, as the level of trust will go down and down until there is nothing left. All you will be doing is waiting for the next promise to be broken and the next big fight to start because of it. It's a bad cycle to be involved with. 3. Social media drama. We all love to take a look when somebody blows their relationship up on social media, but deep down we know that it's one of the most immature routes to take. If you have a problem with your partner, discuss it with him in private, rather than blasting him in public. 4. Yelling. Yelling is damaging, especially when it's accompanied by negative remarks such as criticism or belittling comments. This habit induces fear and activates a sense of danger in your partner. Yelling creates an onerous environment and puts unnecessary strain on your relationship. A pattern of yelling is destructive to your love life and is a form of abuse. Shouting should never be considered a normal form of communication. When you feel the urge to yell at your significant other, remember talking to them in a normal and calm manner makes it easier for them to want to hear out what you're trying to say. 5. They cannot keep their emotions in check. They have poor emotional regulation and have outbursts frequently. They may have tantrums and angry outbursts over small things. They have impulse control issues and act impulsively in difficult situations. They do not analyze the situation properly because of their lack of control and impatience. 6. Laziness. It's natural to become comfortable in content in your relationship, but that doesn't make it acceptable to stop putting in work. Laziness is frustrating and will push your partner away from you. You need to constantly work on your relationship, otherwise it's bound to break. Every relationship needs to change with time, especially if you plan on getting or staying serious with them. Laziness shows your partner you don't care or are giving up. Next time you feel like lazing around, remind yourself to continue doing those little things that made your partner fall for you in the first place. That will keep the love alive. 7. They blame others when confronted. A person with emotional immaturity frequently seeks the easy way out by trying to shift the blame to others, has a hard time accepting responsibility, and plays the blame game. According to Dr. Anand, they prefer to keep their true emotional issues hidden and avoid talking about them. They use defensive mechanisms like projection and denial to calm themselves. 8. Being unreasonable or unwilling to compromise. There should always be a want for you to please your significant other in one way or another. This often involves compromising for them. This should be something you want to do, reasonably so, of course. There are some compromises you should not have to make. However, being unreasonable and compromising in any way is not okay at all. Being flexible and prioritizing the needs of the relationship is for the better and will keep things moving in a positive direction. 9. Never saying sorry. One of the biggest signs of true maturity is being willing to say that you are sorry, both when you know you are wrong and when you know it will be a sensible way to move on from a problem. If you or your partner aren't prepared to apologize for your actions, then the relationship will never work. 10. Not apologizing. There are reasons to not apologize, especially things concerning you as a person. The main reason you should be apologizing is for something you did to hurt your mate. Your apology should also be sincere and genuine. Apologizing should bring peace and comfort to your partner. You should never apologize just to avoid or get out of a fight. Empty apologies have no merit and will only make your sincere apologies look unauthentic. Instead of using an apology as a catch-all solution to any problem that arises, remember that apologizing should only be used to take responsibility for a hurtful behavior you have displayed. 11. Shutting down. Intentionally shutting down causes emotional harm to your partner. This is also known as stonewalling. This is a dangerous and abusive tactic that distances you and your partner and pushes them away. You shouldn't shut your partner out just because you're not getting your way. Wanting to resolve conflict should be your first reaction. Build a better connection with your partner by talking through your emotions and issues. 12. Storming off. Another form of stonewalling. Storming off is just a dramatic display of running away from conflict to win the conversation. It's not fair to your partner and can leave them feeling abandoned. While your partner may be showing signs of wanting to resolve the fight you're having, your action of storming off can cause them to want to give up. It may be a part of your natural response because you have trouble properly expressing that you're overwhelmingly disappointed. If your partner has gone too far and this is deeply affecting you, be willing to tell them you need to step out to calm down. Don't end on a bad note. 13. Pouting. Have you ever seen a grown person pout? I'm talking about bottom lip poking out, head bowed, and arms crossed. If you have, you might agree with me when I say it's one of the most unattractive sights to be seen. Pouting is a surefire way to break down lines of communication and close yourself off to the ability to problem solve like an adult. You create an atmosphere of unhappiness within your relationship. Instead of pouting, learn ways to properly express your feelings of displeasure, anger, and frustration that don't involve dramatic displays of emotion. 14. Complaining. There's nothing more annoying than somebody who complains. Complaining puts a wedge between you and your partner and can ultimately end in a breakup or divorce. Complaining is not an effective strategy for getting what you want. When you complain, it can make it difficult for your partner to understand what you're upset about. There may be an underlying reason why you're complaining. It's important to figure that out to maintain stability and happiness in your relationship. Instead of complaining, try properly expressing the problem that you're upset about, rather than reacting negatively. 15. An emotionally immature person can have difficulty maintaining true relationships. They can face difficulty in maintaining true relationships, although they do not like to stay alone. Due to their overall lack of sensitivity, being in a meaningful relationship with positive outcomes can become difficult, and the other person might have to bear the brunt, mostly choosing to leave. 16. Ungratefulness. An attitude of ungratefulness kills relationships. Refusing to acknowledge the positive contributions your significant other makes in the relationship will break down the bonds of love you have tried to build. Showing ungratefulness causes you to miss out on opportunities to positively connect and grow with your other half. Feeling ungrateful could be a sign of a deeper issue within yourself. You should model the behavior that you want your partner to display towards you. Try showing more appreciation for them by not taking them and what they do for you for granted. You can do this by expressing your thankfulness with commendation and love. 17. They may bully others to protect their feelings. If an immature person does not get what they desire, what will they do? The exact opposite of accepting someone's choice. According to Dr. Anand, those who are emotionally immature are unable to deal with challenging emotions and may instead turn to childish play strategies to get their way. This destructive behavior can destroy a lovely connection or relationship. 18. They can have commitment issues. An emotionally immature person can have commitment issues and be irresponsible sometimes. They have a lesser sense of empathy towards others, which can be due to their egocentric thought process. They might not value other people's perspectives and struggles. They might have difficulties in carrying out responsibilities due to poor time management and lack of priority setting. 19. Sulking. Sulking is a form of manipulation. When you don't get your way, you may find yourself displaying this immature need for control. You are only punishing your partner and damaging your relationship with them. Unwarranted silence and one-worded replies destroy the contentment of the other person. Although a non-aggressive behavior, it's an immature, attention-seeking tactic used to monopolize all of their attention. It only makes them feel helpless and useless. When you have the urge to sulk, remind yourself to openly communicate with your significant other. This will go a long way in not making them feel miserable. Be aware of the behaviors you display that cause distress in your relationship. Repeating these patterns of childish conduct breaks down the purpose of an equal partnership. Say what you want without trying to dominate and control your partner or the situation. You will foster an atmosphere of love and support when you stop trying to be the boss. Talk to your partner, it's as simple as that. Now, If you want to be successful in romantic relationships and know more, subscribe to my channel. I made many tutorials for you. I will kiss you, my dear.